Caitlin Clark and
I'm a fan.
Angel Reese, right?
Yeah.
They're going back and forth.
I'm a fan of both.
And Jamil Hill says by the time Angel Reese is done, she's going to be the Michael Jordan of WNBA.
She said about Angel Reese?
She said Angel Reese, by the time she retires, can you pull up this quote? She said, by the time she retires, she will be the MJ.
Want to see the exact moment Angel Reese's marketing stunt backfired spectacularly? Picture this. She drops her entire shoe campaign right in the middle of WNBA All-Star Weekend, plastered everywhere, thinking she's about to steal the spotlight in Indianapolis.
Whoever came up with the me bounce thing, y'all ate that up. Because rebounds, me bounce, rebounds, key bounce, anything that comes off that board, it's mine. It's mine.
But here's the problem. Caitlin Clark gets injured, ticket prices plummet 48%, and suddenly Reese's whole campaign looks like she's trying to capitalize on an empty stage. Picture the scene. Indianapolis, sold-out arena, record-breaking television numbers, and the two biggest names in the WNBA going head-to-head on Clark's home turf. Corporate sponsors had dumped serious money into this weekend. Nike had special editions ready to drop. ESPN was promoting this as must-see television that would finally break women's basketball into mainstream sports culture. The marketing campaigns were rolling full steam ahead, all banking on the Clark-Reese rivalry to deliver eyeballs and engagement. But then the domino effect started. Clark's groin injury gets announced just days before the weekend, and suddenly the entire foundation starts cracking.
Christine, how much does it hurt the WNBA when Caitlin Clark is out?
It is devastating to the WNBA when Caitlin Clark is out.
Fans had been planning this trip for months, booking flights specifically to watch Caitlin Clark play on her home turf. The storyline everyone was invested in just vanished overnight. You could practically hear the air coming out of the balloon. And here's where it gets interesting. While Clark was dealing with a legitimate injury and disappointing fans who genuinely wanted to see her play, someone else saw an opportunity to make it all about themselves.
The rebounding queen! Take it over, Angel! Take it over! Thank you!
Angel Reese thought she had the master plan. Roll out her Reebok shoe launch, drop the quote, "I'm in your city," across social media, and slap Bankroll Fresh's "Take Over Your Trap" on top like it was the mic drop moment of the year. She plastered, "Walk in your trap, take over your trap" messaging all over social media, positioning herself as some kind of conquering hero in enemy territory. But wait, there's one massive problem with this strategy, and it's about to get embarrassing. The actual star of women's basketball, the reason thousands of fans even showed up to Indiana in the first place, was sidelined. So Reese, whether intentionally or not, looked like she was trying to steal a spotlight that wasn't even lit. If this was a trap, she walked in, slipped on the welcome mat, and face-planted in front of everyone. Let's be real about what happened here. Reese's team crafted this entire campaign around being in Indianapolis, knowing full well this was Clark's home turf. The shoe launch wasn't just about introducing a product, it was about making a statement in enemy territory. But you know what that sounds like when your main competition is sitting out with an injury? It sounds like you're trying to claim victory in a fight where your opponent can't even show up. And the fans? They saw right through it. The reactions came fast and brutal. Some saw it as a playful jab, but way more questioned why Reese felt the need to go this hard when Clark was dealing with a legitimate injury. Comments ranged from playful criticism to straight-up calling it opportunistic and classless given the circumstances. Here's what makes this even more pathetic. Clark didn't play, didn't shoot a three, didn't throw a pass. Yet all anyone could talk about was Caitlin Clark. Coaching Team Clark from the sideline, she still brought the energy, still cracked jokes on ESPN, still talked about heckling refs and possibly getting ejected for fun.
Hit it, Seb. Bang! All right, you got this one. I'll do the next one.
Can you use the board?
I gotta practice my board work. 4-point shots only. 4-point shots only. Have fun. You kind of ghost out. You wait a second and she for that 4-point shot. I like that. We're down 15? Are you kidding me? I didn't even know that. All right, heat up. We're only down 20. Heat up now.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese showed up and showed out for all the wrong reasons. 9 turnovers in a blowout loss last week. Technical foul number 7, just one away from an automatic suspension. But sure, let's make this weekend about who's taking over. But hold up. Because what happened next proves just how badly this backfired. The ticket prices tell the entire story. From $121 to $64, that's a 48% drop that happened almost overnight when news of Clark's injury broke. This wasn't just a small dip. This was the market screaming that without Clark, the product loses nearly half its value. TickPick data showed the All-Star Game was supposed to be the most expensive in league history, with an average purchase price of $262 before Clark got hurt. That record-breaking demand disappeared faster than Angel Reese's credibility. These numbers are confirmed by multiple sources. NBA Central posted that the get-in price dropped 48% from $121 to $64 after Clark's injury news. When she missed regular season games due to injury, resale prices for Fever Road games dropped 47% for Washington and 71% for a Chicago game. That's not normal athlete impact. That's superstar economics. You know what this means? People were literally saying, "I'm done. I don't want to watch. Caitlin Clark's not in. I bought tickets solely to watch Caitlin Clark. She's injured. I have no interest anymore." They were selling their tickets so desperately. $121? How about $100? No? Okay, $80? Still no? $70? How about $64? And here's the kicker that'll make you realize how tone-deaf this whole thing was. While the economics were crashing and proving Clark's irreplaceable value, while fans were literally devaluing the entire event by half without her presence, the players decided this was the perfect time to wear "pay us what you owe us" shirts during warm-ups. Nothing says "read the room" like demanding more money, while your biggest draw is injured and ticket prices are tanking. The timing couldn't have been worse. Here you have an event that just lost nearly half its ticket value because one player couldn't show up, and the players choose that exact moment to demand more compensation. You know what that looks like to fans who just watched their investment lose 48% of its worth overnight? It looks like players demanding raises while their product is literally losing value. Corporate sponsors and TV networks had to scramble to adjust their expectations. Event packages had sold out in advance. The arena sold out within hours of seat releases, and all that planning and investment suddenly looked shaky when the main attraction couldn't show up. The ripple effect hit merchandise sales, concession revenue, and hotel bookings. Local businesses were counting on Clark bringing thousands of fans to town. But here's what really exposes this fake rivalry for what it is. Let's stop pretending this is a two-sided war. Caitlin Clark hasn't said a single disrespectful word about Angel Reese. She's not subtweeting, she's not posting "I'm in your city" energy. She's not using Reese for promotional material. She's just putting up historic numbers, selling out arenas, and carrying an entire league's media value on her back. Reese? She's made a career out of orbiting around Clark. Her podcast promo? The first 3 episodes were all about Clark. Her shoe launch? Time to Clark City. Her comments and interviews? Clark, Clark, and more Clark. She's used Caitlin Clark as promotional material at every single turn, and she's benefited greatly, making millions of dollars off attaching herself to Clark's brand. Caitlin Clark didn't need to yell, "I run Chicago." She just walked in on Barbie night and dropped 31 points and 12 assists. The only WNBA player ever to do that in a game. She did it with class, with composure, and with buckets. She hyped up the Chicago crowd and let her game do the talking. Reese, meanwhile, dropped "I'm in your city" like it was a flex while still having 0 wins in Indiana. None. Not one. Check the scoreboard. You don't run the city just because you rented a banner for your shoe launch with 15 fans in attendance. And here's the part that proves everything we've been saying. This weekend didn't prove Angel Reese is ready to lead the WNBA. It proved Caitlin Clark is the WNBA. Without her, the hype collapsed. The ticket prices crashed. The fans stayed home. And all Reese could do was shout into a half-empty city while the gigantic Caitlin Clark Nike billboard towered over downtown Indianapolis, reminding everyone who really owns this league. The contrast was obvious to everyone watching. While other All-Stars focused on celebrating the weekend and the league's growth, Reese was out there trying to make it all about her rivalry with someone who couldn't even defend herself on the court. Other players in the league showed respect for Clark's situation and toned down competitive messaging. Not Reese. She doubled down and kept pushing the campaign full steam ahead like nothing had changed. What was supposed to be a bold marketing move instead came across as trying to win a game where your opponent couldn't even suit up. You're talking about taking over someone's city while they're injured and can't play. That's not competition. That's opportunism dressed up as confidence. The whole campaign highlighted what analysts called a completely one-sided rivalry. Reese was out there throwing punches at air while Clark was dealing with actual basketball problems. And the market responded accordingly, proving that without Clark, even Angel Reese's biggest marketing moments fall flat. This setback will only make Clark's return more powerful and the Fever's championship run more compelling. The numbers don't care about marketing stunts or billboard campaigns. The fans decide who owns the city, and they already made their choice clear when they valued the entire All-Star experience at half price without Caitlin Clark. Let's stop pretending this is a rivalry. One is building the league. The other is trying to build a brand off her name. And when push came to shove, when the lights were brightest and the stage was set, only one of them actually mattered to the fans who pay to see this product. Her name is Caitlin Clark. Comment down below, she's rent-free if you know exactly who this league really belongs to. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications because we're not done exposing how this fake rivalry keeps benefiting only one person. And it's not the one you think.